Hey everyone, hello. As always, I do hope this video finds you in good health and in good spirits. Today, we're diving into a topic that's as important as it is unsettling: gaslighting. You may have heard this term thrown around in conversations and social media posts or even in therapy sessions, but do you really know what it means? How to recognize it? And most importantly, how to respond to it? Well, that's exactly what we're going to unpack in today's video. So to start, gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation that makes a person question their own reality, their memory, or their own perceptions. The term comes from a 1938 play that's called Gaslight, where a husband manipulates his wife into thinking she's gone insane by dimming the gas lights in their home and then denying that the light is changing when she notices it. At its core, gaslighting is about power and control. The gaslighter wants to destabilize the victim, to make them doubt themselves so that they become dependent on the manipulator's version of reality. And gaslighting can be subtle, but there are clear signs that you can watch out for. So let's break down some different tactics. Number one is denial of the truth. They'll say things like, "That never happened," or "You're imagining things," even when you have clear evidence. Number two is minimizing your feelings. Statements like, "You're overreacting," or "You're too sensitive." It's meant to invalidate your emotions. And then number three is blame shifting. Somehow everything ends up being your fault, even if it was clearly their fault. And then contradicting your memory. You remember an event one way, but they insist it happened differently. And over time, you start second guessing your own memory. And using confusion as control. They change stories, they backtrack or twist facts so that you're left feeling disoriented. Example would be like, imagine you confront your partner about a hurtful comment that they made while you were out in public. So instead of acknowledging it, they say something like, "That never happened. You must be remembering wrong. You always twist my words." That is classic gaslighting, denying your experience and making you question your own memory. So let's make this concrete with a few scenarios. In relationships, a partner cheats and when confronted says, "You're just paranoid. You always think I'm cheating, but it's all in your head." Or at work, a boss promises you a raise, then later denies it, said they never said that. And when you bring up the conversation, they respond with, "You must have misunderstood me." And then families. A parent tells a child, "You were such a difficult child growing up. You cried all the time." But the child remembers being quiet and reserved. Over time, the child begins to doubt their own memories of childhood. So, gaslighting can definitely take a serious toll. And over time, it erodes confidence, self-esteem, and even your mental health. Victims may experience different things like anxiety, depression, constant self-doubt, or feel like they're going crazy. That's why recognizing it is so important. It allows you to take back your power. So, what do you do when you realize you're being gaslit? Here's a few examples of strategies that will help to protect yourself. Trust your gut. If something feels off, honor that feeling. Keep records. Write things down. Save texts. document conversations to reassure yourself that's what really happened. Also, set boundaries. Be clear about what you will and will not tolerate. And don't argue with their reality. Gaslighters thrive on pulling you into debates. So instead of proving yourself, state your truth and then stand firm. Example, instead of saying, "No, I'm not crazy, you did say that," you can say, "I know what I experienced and I'm not going to debate it." Seek outside perspective. Talk to trusted friends or family or a therapist who can validate your experiences. And consider distance. In some cases, the healthiest choice is honestly just limiting contact or leaving the relationship altogether. Remember, gaslighting only works if it gets you to doubt yourself. The antidote is self-trust. Affirm what you know. Keep grounded in your reality. And remind yourself you're not crazy. And your feelings, they are valid. So that's a bit about gaslighting. So that's it for today's video. I hope this breakdown helps you to recognize the signs, understand the tactics, and feel more equipped to respond. If you've experienced gaslighting, know that you're not alone and healing is absolutely possible. So, thanks as always for tuning in. If you found this video helpful, be sure to share it with someone who might need it. Until next time, trust yourself, stand in your truth, and keep shining. All right, everyone, take care. Peace.